Hi, it's Rick Pearson here from Men's Running. I'm with the legendary Colin Jackson. Colin, thank you very much for your time.
With pleasure, always.
I'm going to ask Colin a couple of questions about quick running. Now, are people just born quick, or is it something that you can learn?
No, people tend to be born quick because genetically your muscle structure makes you that particular way. But you can improve it with good technique, with strength training and with power. But also people got to really remember there is a kind of hybrid group of muscles that are there, and if you train those correctly, that will also help you and they will get a little bit quicker.
So what can sort of your average runner do to get a little bit quicker?
Sprints are always important. You know, people always think, yeah, well, obviously sprinting, it's key. But it's the way you structure a sprint of a distance. So let's take an example, a 100-meter straight. If you do a gentle build for 10 meters, so literally a really gentle jog, and then hit hard for 20 meters, and then coast for another 20 meters, and then hit hard for another, that will generate more speed. It gets the fastest muscles going. And if you can do half a dozen of those with a good recovery, I think most times people got to realise sprinting needs literally maximum recovery between each rep to get the improvement.
Right. How important is something like running form and technique when it comes to quick running?
Crucial, but technique will also come with good flexibility and movement in that sense. So the more flexible they are, the more chances you'll have better technique. You'll have a longer stride length, which then creates more speed. You cover the distance quicker.
Right. When you were getting ready for a race, how did you get in the zone? Did you listen to music and things like that? I
did. I listened to music quite a bit actually, and my choice was always quite interesting because people may think that I might perhaps listen to dancehall or some R&B, but no, I used to listen to classical music because music to me is one of these things that's got to get you in the mood. And I always felt if I was listening to R&B or to dancehall, I'd want to party, not concentrate on racing. So classical was my choice.
Right. As far as footwear, what kind of footwear would you suggest for the kind of shorter, quicker stuff?
I always used to wear race walkers trainers, all right, because they're kind of designed more like a spike, right, but they have the platform of a training shoe. So it makes your foot quite agile still, and you can move in it, but that's why we tend to do that. And then move onto spikes. Remember, spikes themselves are not always very good supporting wise for you. So when you're training a lot, just put on a pair of race walking shoes and off you go.
Great. Now that your kind of competing days are over, what does running mean to you today?
It's a lot. I mean, it's one of these things where you could be quite social with running. I was always quite envious of our distance running team because as a fraternity, they could always go out together and go for a run in the morning, etc., etc. As a hurdler, I couldn't really go to say to everybody, do you fancy coming for a hurdle, right? It just wasn't going to happen. So it's that real social aspect that running can bring to people, which I really adore and admire. So for me, that's what attracts me to running in.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time.
With pleasure.
Cheers.